Just laid it on. Have you guys met Woody? Have they met him?
No.
Oh, you got to bring him to a meeting. He's a colorful character and has the best rice. My wife's Chinese, and it's actually when people ask me if I'm a religious Jew, I say, "Have you met my wife?" So it's yeah, 15 pounds of dumplings right here. That's happiness. But so Woody lays on the guilt like you would not believe about the. Well, I shouldn't say it like that because I did feel the responsibility. I saw the love. And that's when I saw the camaraderie that this industry has. There was this woman. I don't know who she is to this day. I'm sure I've seen her again, but I was so in shock and kind of I jokingly say that I used to wear a three-piece suit. That was my fake armor. That's when I had no clue what I was talking about. I didn't know anything about any of this industry. But I did. I just didn't know. I didn't know that I had learned it from the years. And this woman, I'd be like, hey, I'm Matt Weisfeld. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. And this total stranger, like, oh my God, you're Sheila's son. And totally took care of me, got me all lined up. And I was just like, wow. And that was one of those powerful moments of, I got to keep this company going. We got to keep doing this. And I apologize. That was a long, long way of giving the history of VPI. But so we continued with it. And it was, I would say, a solid year of fighting like cats and dogs between my dad and me. He just wanted to call it a day, but we were always good about that, where we can yell at each other, and 5 o'clock hits, goes from being Harry, my dad, to back to being Dad. So, and it was one real blowout. My grandma was like, what are we going to do? 5 o'clock hits, my dad's like, hey, the new Game of Thrones is on, we got to go. So we're always good at separating that, and anyone who does work with their family, that is so, I mean, people ask me all the time how I can work with my wife. I have to apologize. She was supposed to be here. She's much lovelier than me. She's my office manager. She's my much better half. And honestly, I think she can set up a turntable better than me. And she's just phenomenal. And it's just great working with your wife. But we continued with it, and then we had the 3D arm. So I'm slowly getting back to this over here. When I came involved with the company, we had 22 products. That's crazy. Now, I'm sure all of you have, at some point, have looked at the VPI line in the past and thought, oh, hell no. Way too confusing. We had some good models, but we had things that priced at $2,800 and $3,000 and $3,200, and I like good, better, best. Nice and easy. So we've been reducing the product line from 22 products to now we have 3 levels. We have 9 products total. Technically 8. The table in the back, the Cliffwood, that's brand new. So we refined it with the VPI Prime. That was my first solo design. And I felt it was important that I had to have at least one to start without any of my dad's help. All me, so everybody knew we're in good hands here. That even with my dad retiring, and what's really messed up is since he retired, he looks younger, and I got gray hair. This is messed up. I don't understand this stuff. He's got a tan, he's looking good. I'm just like, hey, it's nice because now he gets to play and design and zero responsibility. And then I love it, and anyone who watches him on the forums, now he goes on the forums, he'll drop a hand grenade and then just walk away. And I have to worry about dealing with people like, here, Matthew, deal with it. So then with the Prime, it was such a success. And I was really surprised. I didn't think anyone was going to buy it because I made it. Because, who am I? Again, not an engineer. Did not go to business school. Did not study. Sometimes when Gary talks to me, I'm sure you guys have had that moment where you're taking it all in, then halfway through you're like, oh crap, I'm not even sure what he's saying anymore. I didn't do that, but I understood the principles. I grew up listening to my dad. I fell asleep listening to Belafonte at the records. What 10-year-old kid did that? To me, spinning a record was more natural than digital. Actually, it's so embarrassing. There's a video on Stereophile's website right now where they asked the question, MQA, yes or no? I didn't know what it was. They asked me, so I came up with a stupid answer like, oh, what, my cute analog? And just like, oh, jeez. I had no clue. And then my friend was like, it's streaming, you idiot. Like, oh, it's okay. I'm the analog guy. So we refined the product line,
That's good.
and then, so the entry-level factor would be the Cliffwood table. We call it the Cliffwood, which is the one in the back, because even though it's entry-level, it's still made here in Cliffwood, New Jersey. Been very hardcore about products made in America. The table to your left here is the Prime Scout, as Gary had said, and with this is the elevation of the original Scout, with the curves, with the 300 RPM motor made in America, and 3D printed the 3D printed arm. And then the big thing that changed the face of VPI was when we did the 3D printed arm. And that was really, I just threw it out there. When I was teaching 3D modeling, I hated busy work. I was that kid. If you gave me a little widget to do, I wouldn't do it. And my mom and dad went, "What are you doing in school?" But you give me something real. So in my classroom, I would give my students the actual engineering drawings for our product. I mean, I wasn't worried about little Timmy, making a turntable, so it was all good. And they would sit there, and we'd go over it, and they would actually, and they had that connection of, oh wow, I'm not making a BS item, making a real thing that's really sold and people really use it. And it just so happens that on the day my dad was really looking at the tone arm, and he wanted to change it, he wanted this, he wanted that, my kids were doing the JMW tone arm. So at night, it's over a corned beef sandwich for eating and everything. If you're ever in Jersey, we've got great deli. We have a phenomenal deli. So we're eating, and then my dad's going back and forth, and I'm just like, "Dad, why don't you just 3D print the effing thing?" Now, I'm just throwing it out there. My dad gave me that. That's not a bad idea. And I went, and then we 3D printed it. And I just liked the idea that we've pushed the envelope on technology. We've refined the brand. We've brought the family back of having the office run by, and Woody was another one that had said that VPI should always have a Mrs. Weisfeld running the office. And the fact my grandma came back in and all that stuff. So that's VPI, that's me, and now from there, and what we have again, the production line, it goes from good, better, best of a price point of $2,200, $4,000, $6,000. Then the reference line at $10,000, the Avenger, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Now with the Avenger, with the reference series, it's a total sandbox. These two tables, you can do whatever the heck you want with it. You can mount up to 3 tone arms. You can put a rim drive. You can put 3 motors on there. Actually, at the Thailand show, I'm going to be taking one of these guys, gold-plated, with 3 rim drives on there, because that's what they want. Because at that point, who am I to tell you what your listening experience should be? Give you the tools, and then you can create the music that you want to create. From there, I guess let's actually listen to this stuff here.
Yeah, let's play music. So what we will do is we will put down all 3 tone arms as simultaneously as you can. So Matt, take care of that one, and I'll go.